Yo, what's up everybody? This is Travis from AppSessions, and we're continuing on our instrument tour from Korg's application called Gadget. Now each one of these instruments is formally called a gadget. We're going to call them instruments because that's what makes the most sense. The instrument we're looking at today is this one here. It's called the Berlin. That Berlin is a monophonic synchronized synth, and it's pretty awesome. Let's do it. Okay, welcome to the Berlin. It's a really cool looking synthesizer, and it suits what I feel like and I've never been to Berlin, but it has the stenciled lettering here, and the just kind of like the urbanized kind of like black plastic with the industrial screws here as decoration. The sliders are all very like organized and notched, but at the same time very utilitarian. It feels very cool. Let me show you a little bit about the different parts of the synthesizers. First, let's look at these kinds of things over here. They're pretty easy to understand. This is a portamento. It will control the slide of the keys. So watch when I strike the keys right now. Each key is distinct. When I turn up the portamento, they glide. That's a portamento. Now you have a pitch bend, obviously, and then this is a vibrato. That's cool. Okay, the next part is a voltage-controlled oscillator. The voltage-controlled oscillator has a pitch feature where you can actually change the pitch of the keys a great degree, actually, 24 steps up. And 24 down. Okay, we have a waveform right now. Currently we're on saw. We can go to try, square, and pulse. The more this waveform looks like a line, generally, it's going to be smoother. So try is very angular, but it's also very closer to a line than a sawtooth, which is a bit more jagged. And then a square, and then a pulse is going to have a shorter sustain. It's going to be more gritty. So, and then the balance here adjusts the pitch balance of the tone. Pitch balance of the tone. It's hard to describe, but you can hear the difference. Okay. Alright, now over here we have the mod and the tone of the, depending on if you're the LFO, the low frequency oscillator, or the switch is set to the envelope generator. Now these are also controlled by how this voltage controlled low pass filter, how these, the EG1, the envelope generator, and the LFO contribute to the voltage controlled low pass filter. Let me set this stuff all up to initialize. Okay, so right now the switch is set to EG1, and you can see that it does nothing here at all when I'm messing with it because the mod and the tone are all set to 0. So let me turn this mod up. Now notice that this envelope generator is not an envelope for the strike of the key. It's the envelope for the voltage controlled oscillator. I'll switch it over to LFO. It's going to vibrate a little bit more. And you can control it with the frequency here. And then we have the shapes here as well. At the top there you have also S and H, which is sample and hold, which will give you all kinds of weirdness. Okay, now the low frequency oscillator can be controlled as well by the tempo. So now our tempo is at 88 beats per minute. let me give you, let me set a beat going. And right now it's not controlled by the tempo. It's going kind of everywhere. I'll turn the tempo switch on. Now pay mindful attention here when the tempo switch is off. The frequency is a degree of between 0 and 10. When the tempo is on, we're talking about steps in the beat. So a quarter step, a third step, quarter step, 16th, you know, all the 12th, 16th. So. Cool. Okay, let me plot some lines down here at the top, and we can make a kind of a general tones. Okay. Sounds like a video game from the 80s. Okay, let's jump over to the back and I'll show you what's going on back here. We have the low voltage controlled low pass filter right here. So what that does is it cuts out the higher tones and lets the low tones pass. It's a low pass filter. We can control the frequency and resonance. Now this low pass filter is also controlled by the LFO, so it can get pretty gritty. And this is the envelope for the low pass filter. Okay, and then we've got this is the voltage controlled amplifier is for the strike of the key. So if you have a pretty high attack, look at the way that even though the note is being struck, you're not getting the end result of the strike until much later because we have the envelope generator attack, the voltage controlled amplifier attack set really low. So there's your basic attack, decay, sustained release here. And then finally we have the delay here, which is an echo basically. Alright, Berlin comes with awesome kinds of presets. Alright, that's the Berlin. I want to show you just one last thing. It's a song that I made using only the tools of Berlin. That's automating the vibrato. Alright, that's it for the Berlin, everyone. I hope you like the Berlin, hope you get to understand it a little bit better and use it more often when you're creating awesome jams with the Korg Gadget app. Alright, take care everyone, we'll talk to you soon.